Do you want to try to find a path?
Sure. Much better.
You're marching straight in.
25.
Yeah. He finds
How
a better
did I
path.
not see that? It's like paved.
There's actually like a valet at the end of
sign.
the road, like kind of waiting. He's like, "Oh yes, can I take your boat? Keys to your boat and park it somewhere."
Go ahead. May I see your invitation, please?
little red rope.
No bears allowed.
Not happy.
Not a bear. Close though. So you make your way into the jungle.
Into the jungle.
Welcome to the jungle.
You hear a combination of your typical jungle sounds, random animals and such, but with the occasional freaky dinosaur screech off in the distance. Seems to be a very active / populated island. Lots of noises.
I'm leading this brigade as though I really don't even care about what the sounds are that are around me.
Mizr probably falls back by like 100 feet every now and then as he starts seeing some kind of a weird bug or some kind of a
This one's
plant.
pretty.
Look at the size of that stick rock. He crawls on my nose, stuff like that. And then I'll catch back up once I see that. Oops, sorry, got distracted.
Someone put a leash on the bear.
Oh my gosh, you see that? Giant four-leaf clover.
So
Plant
this
looks like
is
it could
going
eat
to
me.
be difficult terrain. So you'll be moving at a slower pace. Are you going to be trying to move as quickly as you can through the jungle?
Sure.
Or
I like moving through the jungle very quickly. I was very goal-oriented right now, and the goal is that thing that did not... One of these things is not like me.
Alright. Another survival check for me, sir.
Step in the tar pit.
16.
Alright. You are maintaining a good pace through the jungle, and you are able to keep yourself pretty much orientated towards the center while maintaining, while able to navigate, the natural paths of the jungle to make it as easy a journey as possible.
Well, obviously, it's plenty of time spent in Thrwart.
It's just another day,
Just another thick forest.
I'm not sure what your elven friend was all upset about Thrwart, obviously. Wonderful thing to learn, though. Isn't that right, Mizr?
Absolutely.
So eventually you come to like a break in there's still canopy overhead, but there's kind of a break in the thickness of the vegetation. So you're not trying to not stumble at any given point. It kind of clears out a little bit, and you are actually able to see your first dinosaur.
Depending on what it is how I will react.
It is... No, it's a Triceratops. So, again, the trees are massive, so like the canopy is still overhead, but it is a fairly large clearing, and you see two Triceratops feeding on some vegetation on the other end of the clearing, up near the tree line where it picks back up again.
Mizr, upon seeing it, kind of goes over to a tree and peeks around very excitedly. Looks to Jorell, looks to Tristan, looks to Neriah. Back to the Triceratops. Kind of takes a little step forward. Looks to all three of you again.
I'm gonna say, I'll just kind of walk out and then kind of stop and then just kind of turn and just kind of follow the tree line around.
Watching now it's just Jorell and the Triceratops. As very sadly starts kind of following behind.
Are they considered large or huge?
Triceratops? I was thinking elephant size. Maybe bigger? That's a rideable one. Mizr's gonna end up on a damn ostrich.
Huge.
Oh no!
Yes, except I will also say, but keep in mind they are big targets for bigger creatures.
Mizr smiles. He likes that idea.
Okay. So you guys kept walking, is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
Skirt around him.
Skirt around, alright. Mizr reluctantly follows.
Yep. Probably stumbling into stuff and walking into stuff because he's watching the dinosaur.
Passive perception 17.
Yes.
Passive perception.
Mm-hmm.
Wisdom modifier. 10 plus
10?
10 plus.
So I have no wisdom modifier, so just 10.
And I'm assuming you're not proficient.
17.
17, 13. Okay.
Thunk, ow. Thunk, ow.
Oh wait, no, 18.
Okay. So the two of you.
The luck stone.
Yeah. Plus $1. Yeah. The two of you quickly hear the sound of vegetation breaking from behind the tree line. And it's faint at first, so only the two of you hear it, but it starts to get a little bit closer. And as it picks up in volume, Neriah then Neriah starts to hear it. And eventually the Triceratops both pick their head up.
Get to cover.
And that's when I notice.
Yeah, and then that's when you notice. When the Triceratops notice, then you notice.
Wait, what?
And
Get-
then
Get to cover.
Hold on.
I am not holding on. I am getting to cover.
bullet time.
Okay. So I move to kind of like it's coming like kind of straight.
It's
straight
heading
up?
in your direction, or seems to be. Yes.
Straight for us or straight for the dinosaurs?
Towards the clearing, Ed.
Towards the clear. So I can hear like pretty much strongly where it's coming from.
Yeah.
All right, I'll like to move out to the center and kind of face in the general direction, face where it's coming from, and ready in action.
Okay. And you guys are all jetting still, or are you staying with Jorell?
Well, I mean, it's like, is this thing like, my whole thing is again being in the woods a lot would be to assume that this is coming for
For the food, yeah.
For the food.
Yeah, I get you. He said get to cover, he heard the sound, and so it's up to you guys what you do. So. You said you're still going to cover. What are you doing?
I'm waiting with Jorell.
Okay. Choices!
So when I feel this thing is like about to like kind of bust through, I like to.
You're gonna wait?
like.
So I see it as Jorell kind of, okay, I think I understand the situation, and dinosaurs! And dinosaurs? And like,
Dinosaurs!
I had a bad experience. I've been in a lot of situations. It's best to take cover, and then I can figure out what to do after that kind of situation. So yeah. All right. Just as you hear the sound of crunching vegetation, the volume picks up. You starting to feel the vibration. Boom, boom, boom. You're pretty sure it's about to break the tree line.
Gust of wind.
All right. Is there a save for the knock? I'm assuming there's
Strength?
Yes, yeah, strength save. And it basically, it either gets pushed back 15 feet, and if it keeps trying to come at me, or again, and as I can also move this with me, so.
Right, yeah. So it's about to break the tree line. It's coming at you. Or it's coming at the clearing. And then you gust of wind.
Gust of wind.
Alright, and it was a strength check, right?
Strength check. I mean, it's a dinosaur. I assume
Scare
it's
an
gonna
animal off.
do pretty well at a strength check.
I did not roll well. 12.
Oh, no. So it goes.
Nice.
So yeah, right as it's about to break the tree line, you hear, this screech. And then you hit with a gust of wind, right as its snout starts to peek through. You gust of wind, and you hear ground and branches and vegetation breaking as you hear this dragging sound and scraping sound, as if it's not like knocked back off its feet, but just like its feet are like digging into the ground, but it's still getting pushed back to the 15 feet.
How high was the snout that broke? I mean, we're talking 40
15,
feet, 50?
20 feet off the ground.
Yeah.
Mizr still foolishly feels safe with 15 to 20 feet off the ground.
Okay.
It'll all work out.
So yeah, you hear the scraping, the dragging, the breaking, and if no one else wants to do anything quickly in this moment, it starts to force its way half speed.
Half speed. It's kind of trudging. It's basically
Digging its way in.
Yep. It's fighting it. So it's moving at half speed, but still comes up on you rather quickly. Even at half speed, it can move 25 feet around. So a Tyrannosaurus Rex head peers through the tree line and is now trying to walk straight into this gust of wind.
I guess that would be 15, 20 feet. Mizr misspoke.
Oh!
Alright, so I will basically yell out to it in Druidic that it will find no meal here. What are the Triceratops doing?
They're hauling.
They're hauling. They're
Yeah.
plowing out through the other one.
Yep. They are exit stage right, or enter stage right, exit stage left.
Mizr wants to do his most intimidating growl possible. It is just an animal. I don't know if I can be loud enough to scare it off, but I want to try.
Sure.
That would be awesome.
Roll an intimidation.
21.
I will assist him. Because
Figure you talking
I'm yelling at it already,
in
so
Druidic,
Okay, so roll again, you have advantage.
just in case.
Huzzah. 20, so 21 still.
21 still is good.
It's a T-Rex. I don't think its charisma is very impressive.
So like you growl.
Loud noise.
Roar! It is closing in quickly, and we're gonna roll initiative. Yeah.
All right.
So
Well,
you
I'm just
dare?
as if everyone's gonna think. I was basically gonna drop and go underneath it, so it's like that sudden burst of like, "Ah!" and just like send it, kind
Okay, so it goes flying by you. Okay.
of like roll out of the way and just let it just like tumble real quickly on by.
Thump, 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 thump.
No, I should probably roll that. Much worse.
Going around the table, Jorell,
20.
Neriah, Mizr,
17.
now you guys all go.
Yeah.
And Tristan.
12.
Okay, Neriah, you are up to bat first.
Okay, I think I'm going to imagine
Multiple missile.
that's just straight.
Yeah, that's just straight. That's it.
It's
It's 3d4 plus 1 on each d4. There's a little one. 2. 3, 5, and 2.
9.
10.
10? Alright. Swimmers have like 7. 9.
Jorell. So right before we went into initiative, you drop your gust of wind. It runs past you, so you basically have
does
it
it
back to each
stumble
other.
at all?
Yeah, it stumbles a little bit. Yep.
Alright, I'll turn around and I will shillelagh it in the back of its calf. And I will yell at, "Try not to kill this thing!" Shillelagh. That's a natural 19. Plus 7.
That'll hit.
26. 10.
10 damage.
Back of his knee. Just.
So yeah, so it runs by you. You hit it in the back
Well,
of the
the
knee, kind of
front
stumbles a
end
little
of
bit.
its knee because
Yeah,
the forward bend.
Yeah.
Clubbing it in.
Mizr.
Seeing what he just did, I'm going to. I'm gonna pretty much slam myself into its other leg and see from the front and see if we can drop it.
Mr. would like to suplex it.
No, but seeing what Jorell's doing, see if we can keep the momentum and make
Okay,
it drop.
sure.
We won't be happy with that at least. If what would I? So 17.
17 to hit.
Yep.
Okay, so you hit. So make an athletics.
'Cause it's really just trying to trip it,
for me.
obviously.
Yeah, you're basically
so
trying
whatever,
to
like,
charge.
my armor, it's like stubbing a toe, I would guess.
Charge,
So
shove.
athletics.
Yep.
8.
Oh my god, I rolled the exact same thing of a 2. I just have a lot more pluses than you do.
So I think we just need to like let Neriah activate her armor and just feed her to it.
So yeah, you charge into the other leg, you try to go with it, but you kind of
Get kicked.
bounce off a little bit. And then we have Tristan.
I'm staying in cover.
He busts out the lawn
That's a
chair
friggin'
and he's just like, oh, this will be interesting.
We got 3 playing with this thing. One's behind it. So this T-Rex goes for the biggest meal in the group, which is Mizr.
No.
Plus 10, 27 will hit. 4. Jesus, 33 damage. Which brings us back to Neriah.
Like, holy shit.
Should taunt it.
So the other thing was like it bit at you, and its footing was off a little bit. It looked like it tried to swipe with its tail, but its footing was off, so the tail was kind of slash in an upward motion and kind of like went like 4 feet over Jorell's head.
Yeah, can I
So
taunt
it's teetering.
Can you taunt it?
It looks like it's teetering.
Come at me, bro.
She pulls out a flashlight.
Yeah.
Just start running in circles. Does anyone want to make like a nature check to see what they might know about dinosaurs and T-Rexes and let's try to use information that they're
Jorell's got this.
22.
Yeah, Jorell's like, oh yes, I used to have a pet dinosaur.
What didn't everybody?
So you activate your armor. Any bonus actions or anything like that? Okay. Jorell,
Mm-hmm.
you know this thing's deadly from both ends, bites and tails. It's more scary to be in front, but being in the back sucks too.
That's super helpful. Thank you, Natural 20. It's a giant dinosaur. I assumed it was deadly from all ends.
Well, you are you're aware of how its vision works and such as well from your natural 20. You know all kinds of stuff about the T-Rexes.
T-Rexes eat meat.
If you, David, know anything about a T-Rex, then Jorell also knows it.
Are we
T-Rex.
talking about like Jurassic Park T-Rex?
Yeah, we're going with
Okay,
Jurassic Park.
we're going
T-Rex.
Jurassic Park T-Rex.
Yes,
T-Rexes do not enjoy playing cat's
not
cradle.
the feathered T-Rex.
Well, I'm just making sure because they retconned that whole based off a movement thing at one point too.
Oh
so.
yeah. No, we're gonna just go with we're sticking with Jurassic Park theme here.
All right. I will inform everybody its vision's based off of movement. And then
But also has a really, really good sense of smell.
I will actually yes, this is what I will do. I will get. I'll move 30 feet from it because I'm not in front of it, correct?
No, you're not.
No, then I will move in front of its vision, and I will, I'll freaking daylight. I will light up and get its attention.
Okay.
I want its attention.
Come on, kill me. Come on, do it right now. Come on, I'm right here.
Ian, freeze!
Yeah, I'll totally toss it onto my staff,
Okay.
and I'll start waving it around.
Your staff lights up like the sun.
Yeah.
It really is a fashion.
But yeah, and I'll be like, everybody freeze! And that's what I'll
Everybody
do.
don't move.
And I will, I'll run off in front of it, get its attention.
Okay.
Kind of stick it out in front of it so it has this, like, it has to see through the light to actually see where it's trying to chomp into. That's what, And then, That's my turn.
Alright, you start waving it around and everyone else stops moving. And you start to run off and it starts to, it's slow to start chasing at first, but it quickly starts to pick up some speed and starts following. And that brings us to Neriah. Jorell has, at this frozen moment, at the beginning of Neriah's turn, Jorell has just started to run off. The T-Rex is just starting to lean into, bless him, just starting to lean into his chase.
You're not supposed to.
I know.
I can't even medicate know what you're doing.
I can't even fathom what the hell is going on in your head. I'd like to get up, like, out of sight, vision, and get up behind it.
Did you not hear the dope move?
Well, then I'll hold my action. I can't fathom what's going through your brain, so I'm just like, good luck.
Okay, you hold your action.
Animal handling. Good T-Rex.
Mizr's turn.
I will hold my action.
It's like, ow, ow, ow.
I expected. Broke a rib or two there.
Tristan, still in the tree line,
Yeah.
watching shenanigans ensue.
I'm
T-Rex.
holding my action for Jorell.
T-Rex chases and closes the distance on you
And he's Jorell.
and bites at the giant flashlight in front of him. But I'm gonna have him roll the disadvantage. That is
Still probably hits.
12.
Does not hit.
Yes. And he randomly flails his tail behind him. And misses as well. And that brings us back to... Wait.
And Neriah goes before me.
Yeah, Neriah goes before you. So yeah, Neriah, sorry. I had that out of order last time. Did you want to have gotten attacked before the chase thing before? Since you should have technically gone before Jorell. Okay. And Jorell.
Alright. Dash into the woods.
Okay. You smell something foul as you hear the loud sound of chomping that barely misses you right behind you. And you dart into the woods. Mizr.
The
The T-Rex is that way. You were behind it.
I sit down, look over to where Tristan is. Stormmane?
He's like having like a hissy fit. Like, holy shit! What the fuck? Like,
It would be Tristan's turn right after, so feel free to do whatever you like as like a combo turn right now.
So Mizr kind of holds his hands out. Stormmane?
So he's going crashing off into the woods with the T-Rex behind him. It's just- So, did he tell either of you guys where we're going?
Told me not to move.
And thus, if Jorell does not come back, Mizr stays put for the rest of his life.
Oh my god.
He just sits in place, tail wagging.
Stay.
He did not say heal. He said sit.
Oh no.
So, for the three of you, are you intending to just basically just chill in this clearing
I
while
will
this
go over
happens?
to where they all ran in, but I won't
Yeah.
actually go into
Going
where they
to
broke
as
into the
well.
woods and kind of like peek through the
Yeah.
broken vegetation to see if I can see anything.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
I know,
dinosaur
I
still
probably
has to
can't.
move in, though, so.
Oh, right. Once the dinosaur is in.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
So yeah.
Jump.
So after you guys have your little interaction, he's already darted into the tree
Flashback to
line.
where we.
The T-Rex enters into the tree line and is in pursuit of, Jorell.
Dash.
He is able to easily keep up and has a 14 to chomp.
That conveniently is my armor class.
Yeah. Let me grab my D12s here.
Oh, thank you.
You should talk it up.
Dang.
Fuck it up, bro. That's 27 damage.
Okay.
And you are now grappled in his mouth.
Oh, well, that did not go anywhere near as planned.
Just keeping notes. I guess I'll call that T-Rex.
It didn't go as planned, but did it go really far
Jorell.
from expected?
So, for what you guys are able to see, because
The plan was to break away and pass without trace and then into the woods.
what you all see, he beelines it into the woods. The T-Rex follows. They get about 30 feet in, which you're able to clearly see because the T-Rex is just carving a path through the vegetation. And then all of a sudden you hear a chomp, probably a loud ow of some sort. But you see,
It'd be very like, it'd just be very like flat ow. Just like ow.
ugh, pain. But you also see the T-Rex's head kind of veer up as it, is like, with like
Legs.
some sort of limb visible from, the sight line. As it, then pulls its head down, kind of starts kind of doing the ripping motion that like
Mizr
dogs
would
like to
then
do.
charge as soon as he would get a
Yeah,
chance.
I
At
would
the
too.
first sign that. So, Jorell looks in danger. Neriah and Mizr would charge in.
Yeah, and you had both held your action. I'm assuming you basically had the equivalent of a held action.
I was like, Stormmane? And then we kind of hear ow.
But she's like probably all the way on the other side of the clearing, like.
So going back down the list, you had the first held action. Jorell has been chomped and picked up in mouth,
How far?
approximately 40 feet from your position.
Run, action surge!
Yeah, actually. Yeah, if I can.
So take the dash action to catch up. Okay.
Mhm. Yep.
So move, dash action. Technically, you still have a bonus action and you can action surge. Or is it an bonus action to action surge? I don't think it is.
No, action surge is just.
It's just
It's,
a thing.
it's
yeah.
a thing.
Yeah, it's just a thing.
So I can still sacrifice.
Yep. That was it. That was it. That's 18.
14 plus 13. 27.
So you fly over there and to start swinging at one of its legs, I assume, or its body, or
Whatever you can get at.
whatever you can swing at.
Legs,
The
probably,
yeah, the T-Rex veers down and looks at you. Jorell still in mouth.
Hi, Neriah. How you doing?
He just kind of snorts this foul breath into your
Come on,
face.
I've got this.
Go, Mizr. I'm okay.
So I will go down all fours and charge, giving me extra speed. If I can make
Kick it in the
I will
balls.
try to run up its back.
You can just get to it, so you won't be able to get up the back unless
Okay.
you want to take a dash action.
I will. I won't be able to do any attacks yet, but I will try to
Okay.
go up its back and kind of. I'm going to be going for the eyes next turn.
Okay, so make an athletics check for me.
Ooh,
There we go.
Almost a one. That's
That's
25.
You charge right up, like its tail's kind of bouncing around, but you time it perfectly. So just as you're closing in on, the tail is in line with you, and you just clawing right into it, just for the traction, just right up its back.
And then next turn I'll be up with ready for my attack on its eyes.
Go.
And Tristan has his action.
I'm gonna hold position.
Tristan, I spend my
From the
bonus
other side of
action
the
making
clearing.
popcorn and my actual action eating it.
From the other side of the clearing. So it gotta be.
That brings, so that was all the held actions that triggered, and we're back to the top of the order. So Neriah's new turn, new round.
20.
You only need a 13 to hit this thing.
Okay.
So, one hits. 15. Plus 6, right?
No, it's plus 3.
Plus 3? It wasn't plus 6 then the last time. Oh, never mind. 12. Heard you say plus 6.
And then we got Jorell.
I'm going to say, I'm sorry about this, and you're going to see like a big, just like puff of black just erupt from its mouth. It has to make a Constitution save. Oh. All right. That's gonna be 12, 18, 20, 25 points of damage inside its mouth.
You erupt the blight spell in its mouth, and it gags and chokes and opens its mouth, and you fall out. You may make a athletics check to catch it, or to try to land. I mean, no, not athletics, acrobatics.
I almost feel for dramatic purposes, just
Ow.
got this. But
Well, you can always intentionally say
21.
21. So you fall to your feet, and you still take an extra point of damage there from the fall, but you're able to land on your feet. And that will bring us to Mizr, sir. You're on the creature's back.
I am clawing for
I
its
actually
eyes.
want you to roll an athletics check as it reeled in pain to see if you can stay on its back.
Oh
Good
yeah, no
enough.
problem. Same thing, 25. I'll attack its eyes.
Okay.
Um,
13, remember.
Yeah, you only need 13, so pretty
yep,
sure
so,
you both those.
yeah, that's it.
Maul?
No, this is
or
claw and eyes.
Yep, claw right in eyes.
Yeah.
That's what I thought was happening.
When do I have to choose to smite? Can I do it anytime?
After you hit,
I might as well smite those claw attacks as well.
After you hit before you roll damage.
yeah.
Normal
I hope you
smite.
can enjoy the victory with no freaking eyes.
Good thing I get smited. So 12 radiant and 2/7 normal. So 19. To its eyeballs.
So yeah, you run up its back, and from the top of its head, you just shove a claw into each eye,
Good thing sight doesn't matter.
and it screeches in pain. Roll one more athletics check to stay on this thing's
And
head.
keep riding it. At this point, now it's just a game. Yeah, 19.
Okay. So you're holding on. You're holding on to its eyes, basically, like for like you're like they're at the top of its eyeball socket, as it.
Jorell's down. At this point, I'm just gonna hang on to see how long I can.
All right.
This is kind of close to riding a dinosaur. Mizr's
Not
got
how I
this.
envisioned it, but. Tristan.
I'm gonna hold position.
Neriah, this dinosaur is freaking out and flailing about
It's got a
frantically
man bear in its
as you
eyes.
have Mizr had poked it in each eye and is now holding on to the top of its eye sockets.
Yeah.
This one crazy bear.
We should kill these
Throat is
lethal
its throat is exposed.
non-lethal. You still don't want us to kill it.
Throat's exposed.
I know. I'm like.
Jorell's under that. Gravity is not your friend here.
217.
Jorell's about to get really messy.
10.
25.
Non-lethal if it has to be.
No, yeah. Not quite. Next blow, maybe. So yeah, so you swing at it a couple times. It's losing its footing underneath itself a little bit. It's stumbling around. It's flailing its head about. Blind in pain. It's trying to get this thing off its head. It's trying to maintain its footing. It's just kind of wobbling and flailing about. And let's see. A random frantic tail comes flying in Neriah's direction. It does make contact, but you have your armor activated, right? So it just whoo, bing, and you actually see the tail like wrap around you with like the blow, and you just stand there
Nothing.
like a tree trunk hit by a like a jello, which causes it to like screech a little bit more in pain. And it actually throws its balance off a little bit because like it kind of like it's flailing about. It wasn't like attacking you per se,
Right, yeah.
and then it just hits this solid resistance, and it kind of like shifts its weight a little bit and like throws its center of gravity off and its footing, and it causes it to stumble again and almost fall down.
I mean, it does have like 2,100 pounds on its head. I'm not exactly light.
And it is your turn, top of the order.
Was that her swing?
No, that was the T-Rex swinging at her.
But she just did 25 points of damage.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Yes.
I was like, my goodness.
Your turn.
All these turns you get.
On the turn.
All of them.
Alright, yeah. Shillelagh at the kneecaps again. Natural 16.
That dice roll's weird.
As long as it's rolling.
11. 11 to the knee.
You do the 11 to the knee right after that whole fiasco. It's barely even like caught its footing yet, and it actually drops it to the ground. It's still conscious. It's trying to pick itself up. I got yards. Mizr is still on its head. It's
Once he goes down, Mizr will jump. Yeah.
like flailing around, almost trying to get back up on its feet. And Mizr, this thing
down. When it goes down, I jump off.
you've noticed its energy level is
It's now-
very low.
It now wants to be away anyway, so it's beating. I jump off. Start backing away slowly. This injured animal.
Okay. And Tristan is maintaining position.
Yep.
The T-Rex is trying to stand up. Frantically trying to stand up. It starts to get one of its feet up so it can start to lift itself up, but then the knee goes out and it falls back down to the ground. And it slams its chin into a rock and knocks itself out.